Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, people. How you all doing? Hope you all are doing well. This beautiful, beautiful morning. Yeah, this is the second time I'm using this um StreamYard, and I'm trying to figure out something here. Let's see. Yeah, sorry about that. Just trying to fix some things here. Sorry about that. Oops. Not sure what I did here. Yeah, I just messed up the screen or something. I apologize. Well, I hope you all could hear me and see everything. Hey, I just had to turn the phone. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to fix something here. Well, let me begin. Yeah, I entitled this High Profile News Meltdown. Today is May 21, 2025, and that's what time it is. I can't tell. Oh, it's after 1 o'clock, I think. Oh, no, 12:35 a.m. Yes, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'm going to talk about some stuff here. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, it's just past midnight here where I live, and I couldn't sleep. I was watching videos, and I just I want to share some of my thoughts. Boy, I think there's a lot of distractions happening right now in the media. Um, and it's interesting that they all seem to be happening back to back. And I think that's what's really going on with everything. Things are going back to back. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Sure, just have to. Sorry. Still getting used to this. I don't know how to fix certain thing on this. Okay, let me just forget all that. Well, anyway, there's a lot happening in the media right now, and I want to talk about like four different things about two of the presidents, um, something on Diddy, and Brooklyn Bridge. Let me mention quickly with the Brooklyn Bridge. That's more recent news. Yeah, I'm from New York City, and weird things are happening with these ships or aircraft that lose power, something. Like, remember that movie that came out about a year and a half ago? Um, oh, what's the name of that movie? It's it's a movie that was what's the term? Um, discussed with um, Obama. Um, oh, I gotta forget the name. But remember in the beginning of the movie, um, this giant um, ship, cargo ship, had ran up on the beach, terrorizing the people. I think some of these things in Hollywood, whether the small screen or the big screen, what you're watching, it's really to tell a message. That's what I think. And then all of a sudden, after that movie came out a year and a half ago, yeah, December 2023, it just seems like these type of things keep happening. So there's another report about a ship. It's at Pier 17. I forget whether it's the East River or the Hudson River, but either way, it's the lower tip of Manhattan. And the ship started moving backwards. It's in the water and it's moving backwards. It lost power and it starts to move towards the Brooklyn Bridge. And there were casualties. The sail of the ship ran into the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, the Brooklyn Bridge is like a landmark. It's a very famous bridge. And something so iconic to be hit by a ship from, I think the owner of the ship is from Mexico. What is this saying? Is this something, a coincidence? Why would the power of a ship conk out? Now, it was in port and was just about to take sail. And when you on a ship, you know, the captain will have to make sure things are in order, the power, everything to make a smooth sailing. And immediately, I think it was immediately something happens. And then it conveniently crashes into the Brooklyn Bridge. I just, I'm just, I question it. I question, is it something that was just an accident or not? And it just seems like these events are intensifying these attacks. And I take it as an attack on America, what America stands for, what it used to stand for at least. Landmarks being affected, um, planes and helicopters dropping from the sky. Something is going on. Something is going on. And I was just wondering what you guys think. Is this just an accident? Or is this a countdown or a meltdown upon America? The behaviors of people are melting down as well. Well, that's just reminded me of something else that happened today that I just learned about. Yeah, I didn't write it in the description, but it just came to my mind when I said about a meltdown and how people's behavior is changing. Yeah, about 2 days ago, I just found out today, this evening, but about 2 days ago in California, I think they said Palm Spring, California, some ritzy area in California. And there was a massive, massive explosion. And surprisingly, the news didn't really pick it up. It's not really picking it up, the news. But the extent of the blast had a radius of, I think, over 100 feet. It could have been 4-block radius. And it destroyed a lot, a lot of windows blew out. There was a vehicle, and the vehicle was driven by a 25-year-old man. the FBI was saying this, but they almost certain who the person is, and what I remember was the person was 25 years old, and what was blown up was get this, a fertility facility, or a fertility facility, not an abortion clinic, but a fertility clinic. The explosion, the what was used was so massive, and they said it's the most massive explosion. The device that was used, they said, is the largest ever used in California. They said some other event happened years before, and that particular explosion um, was doesn't even appear in size of what happened about 2 days ago. Why is someone so young doing something to eliminate something like this? Did he mistaken it for an abortion clinic, or did he know, yeah, this is a fertility clinic? This is very bizarre. People are just doing things and wondering what is wrong. People take a chill pill, as the expression goes. You need to relax, talk to someone, get help, talk to a doctor, get help. This acts of violence has to stop. People are just popping. And I think a lot of it is social engineering. Personally, I believe that social engineered, and it's the news, the type of news and how it's being portrayed. It's designed to make you get angry, especially since 2016 with number 45 becoming, winning the election. I think that's when it really started happening. At least for me, that's how I took it, how it was affecting me. Um, Next, I'm going to talk about, this other news that came about, the two presidents, the former President Biden and number 47, Trump. Um, Someone, the former director of the FBI, the former director, so he knows better. The FBI is about intelligence, getting information, and he claimed that his beachfront was a message written in using seashells with a number. The first number was 86, and the last number was the current president, referring to Trump. And this former director of the FBI posted on his social media and acting dumb about it, what it means. He knows very well, being FBI, about numbers, codes, things like that, and what things could mean, right? And then he pulls it down because he was getting flat. And he's being questioned now about, with the current administration, a serious talk they want to give him. And one of the people in office, I forget her name, wants him arrested. are things, I mean, you don't have to like somebody, people. You don't have to like anybody. But to go on social media, yeah, the number 86 is a term that's used in restaurants when they run out of a particular dish and they can't serve it anymore, so they 86 it. Okay, I don't know where the number originates from, but 86 means to remove, like remove it from the menu. They're not going to have it anymore. And then to pair it with the current number of the President of the United States. So what it's saying is to eliminate that particular number, which is referring to our president. Are people insane? Are people insane? Someone with that type of caliber and experience. Um, Comey would know the implications of that statement and what could happen to him if they deem this a threat. It is a threat. Why? Again, you don't have to like somebody, but chill out. You know, you're not in government now. You're civilian, as far as I know, right? So why even continue in this type of behavior? What does this person have against this person? The lies, alleged lies about the what they call the Russian collusion. Eventually, people would find out, right? But to want to 86 a person, that is such a threat to someone's um, existence. Um, there has to be some type of accountability when you say something, when you're a government official or former government official. To say something like that is quite alarming. It's like people are not scared anymore to say something stupid and say something that can get them in trouble. Serious, serious trouble. I question. I question why this meltdown, this high profile news meltdown of officials, of celebrities. What's making people do this? I think, again, it's social engineering, and that it is, I think, a transition from this system and transferring it into another system. Some might call it the NWO, right? Something is being, I think there's a transitioning that's happening. And now, like, things are speeding up. Things are speeding up, and people are panicking. People are getting in a frenzy. And people want to bail out. And so that's where I think with Biden, yeah, I just learned today that it's posted that he has stage 4 um, prostate cancer. And it also turns out that, again, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but it's some type of scale, some type of some scale that's used to when you're measuring for prostate cancer, and he's at some type of number 9 in the scale. And a doctor had mentioned that something like that, of that level at magnitude, that he would have had this form of cancer before he even went into the office the last time. they said that prostate cancer is easily detected with this blood test. And if a doctor's on the level, and also due to his age, you would check for something like that. As men get older, um, the prostate enlarges. And so, with his, what they say, his cognitive health seemed to be compromised. So, a real doctor would really make sure, hey, is this cognitive decline due to a particular thing? What is it caused by? What is it caused by? So you would imagine they would do standard tests, including a prostate test, but it was not revealed. Now, they want to find out. They want to. Um, some people that's in office want to have his former doctor um, interviewed because they think that the doctor withheld valuable information from the public. And the type of thing, if the doctor allegedly knew but didn't say that it's considered a felony because the nature of the this happening, this information. So I thought that was interesting that be for it to be considered a felony. Wow. What how long if it's true, if the doctor knew that he had cancer, wouldn't he be um, treated for it? Was he being treated for it? And everybody said, remember his secretary said that he said perfect health. Could you hold her also committing felony? It's just food for thought about that, people who should have known, not releasing it. His wife, didn't the wife, why, I mean, he's already been in office. He was the vice president, now he's president. Why this need for him to be in office? Just bow out gracefully, take care of your health, and move on. Why? Why this need? I guess in part, they needed him in because they needed him to do things. Or again, with his mental decline, the people who really want to be in power, perhaps they wanted to take advantage of this situation and make certain things happen to our demise, the nation's demise. It's really something. Why and why now is the information being leaked now? And I can only speculate. Everything that I'm saying here is speculation. I could be 100% incorrect, but it's just a speculation about what's going on, how it could be interpreted. It does not mean that my interpretation is correct, but just an interpretation, my thoughts, ideas. And I'm just wondering what's going on. Why all this thing? Why is this information being released now? So that's the big question. What's to be gained out of it? But I'm thinking, is this his exit call? Is this a time that he can just exit? Things are happening now. Things are increasing in intensity about everything. Things are coming to an intensity. And I'm wondering, where's this going to lead? So I wonder, is this a means for him to, I mean, does he really have cancer? Or are they just saying he has cancer so that he could just not be prosecuted for anything? Um, and then just moving on, are they just going to put him away somewhere? Go into hiding? What is really happening? Is this an exit call for the high officials? And is something big developing? Is something big happening in America? I wonder. I wonder what is happening. I don't think this is a coincidence. It seems very like it's being dropped on us for a reason. And it's the perfect exit call to avoid any future prosecution, to go into hiding. That's what I think. This is really something that if he got into office, this would have meant a lot of things. That would have meant that because remember he was to have Kamala. Wasn't he to have Kamala being there with him as a VP? How was it going to be? I guess so. And maybe they didn't want that. They tried real hard. They did. Then they removed him, and then Kamala was running for president. And I'm very relieved that she's not in office. I didn't trust certain things that was happening around her, and I feel that people in high places want to um, remove the standing of America. I think they want to hijack it and destroy it. That's what I really feel. What some individuals want to do. So it's really something. I mean, it's just Trump has been in office now for 4 months this year, and here Biden is at stage 4 of cancer. That it metastasized into his bones. This sounds very painful. I mean, something that extensive. They say, "Oh well, it's an aggressive form." So, um, it's not like something just came overnight. I don't think it's something that just came overnight. So one of the doctors I was speaking on this issue, that this type of thing, maybe right now it's very aggressive, but with prostate cancer, it would have been detected a long time ago. Or did they facilitate something? Did they give him, the president, Biden, something to make his condition worsen? Could this be? Could this be what's happening? Could what they did to Biden, are they going to try to do the same thing to anybody else who's in office? I hope not. No, 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 I hope not. This would really be a bad thing to happen because our country right now in America is very fragile and things are just getting out of hand. Out of hand. Yeah, even though I'm not living in America anymore, but I'm still very concerned about what happens in America. And all these things, all these events are happening. It's happening now, and it's distracting us, the public, and pulling us in so many directions. And then to top this off, what was that? The latest distraction is the Diddy trial. And I heard with the Diddy trial, the mother of Cassie, Diddy's former girlfriend, that was shown in the video being beaten up by him. It turns out, according to the mother's statement on trial, that the mother and the father, I think, the parents of Cassie, was blackmailed that either the parents hand him over 20,000 American dollars or that they will release the alleged sex tapes of the daughter, Cassie. Why would he do? I mean, he has access to millions of dollars. Why would he threaten the mother of the girl that he's dating or, involved with? It's insanity. It is insanity. Wow. That really is horrible. Um, but the court has to prove that this what they call racketeering. Only thing that they're proving right now that he's a real scumbag, right? But the allegation of a high level, that it's something that's organized. They have. I'm surprised they're not having that lady, Miss English, who claimed that she had to go to these parties and was paid money to be what they call the party favor. Why isn't she there? Is she going to be a part of the witness stand? I'm wondering. I am wondering whether whether she's going to come on. Why now? Why all these things are happening now in the media? The timing of everything. It's like pulling everybody, everything. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Wow. This is, I don't know. So things are just building up. And I just hope the truth of everything, whether it's the Diddy trial, whether the investigation for whether Biden, when did Biden actually have this cancer, Comey posting what he posted, are they going to prosecute him posting something that is considered um, a direct threat against a high official, you know? Oh, wow. And then the boat crashing into the Brooklyn Bridge. It's like, wow. Yeah, America needs a lot of prayer. The whole planet needs prayer. Um, please save humanity from itself. We're having a meltdown, a spiritual meltdown. And I think it's just they're forcing the end of this age and pushing into something new. Yeah, pray for peace, love, and wellness for everyone. Yeah, people, please pray for one another. I don't know what else to say, but we need to Stop this insanity. This is all insanity and a distraction. Stay focused. Stay focused about what is really important. Love and peace is what's really important. So thank you again for listening, and peace and love again to everyone. Be safe, guys. Bye bye.